Vasya. I'm just gonna call him Vasya probably. He's ready as well. PvT once again on Abyssal Reef. Liquid Man. Let's see. I think I have played MasterVasya as well. That's 572 games this season. Was not able to check the MMR. I assume it's around 5.6, 5.5, if I recall correctly. But this should be a PvT clinic by MaNa. MaNa, of course, somebody that I think on a good day maybe could have made the top 8 as well of the European ladder qualifier. Unfortunately, he was not able to get it done. But recently had a decent performance, I'd say, at Katowice. He advanced through the open bracket, which was not an easy bracket at all. Made it to the main tournament. In that main tournament, he was in Group D, which, I mean, we all remember was ridiculous, right? Like, where do we begin? It was like Innovation, Innovation, Dark, I think Utermo, Gumiho. I mean, this is a stupid group. Like, a group that should never be a group. That should have been a bracket by itself. So let's see how he does today, as he has a chance to redeem himself. It's gonna start off against this man from Russia, the motherland, over here on the right bottom side, MasterVasya. Look at this man. He's like, I play Terran, I take more. I'm a simple man. I appreciate that. Like, not like Beastie, you know. Beastie plays Terran, he has a Hydra. That doesn't make any sense. That confuses the people at home. But MasterVasya, he's a simple man, and I appreciate that. Over here on the left top side, we're looking in the main base. One of the best Protoses in Europe. Of course, we are expecting him to go far as well. I think he has a pretty decent bracket because he has been seeded very high. It's Liquid MaNa. These seeds are determined by performances in previous ESL tournaments. I think ESL has their own little database, and you know, basically all these WCS tournaments, they get put into it as well. So somebody like Hero Marine has a super high seed as well, because Hero Marine had a couple of good performances. Of course, recently made it into the group stages of Katowice, but let's not forget last year at Montreal. So, even though that was not a direct ESL tournament, it was a WCS tournament. And MaNa, well, MaNa has been around since forever. Saro also recently a big performance in WCS. He's seated at the top, and justifiably so. Saro is a man that is also on top of the ladder. One of the very few players to achieve that magical 7K MMR on Europe. Breaking that barrier is massive. There are very few people in Europe that are capable of doing so. Nexus has been thrown down for MaNa. Stargate is going to be his follow-up, and the Adept is currently being chrono boosted out as that probe went down. It's a nice base design by MaNa. I like it. Reaper could get a probe here. The Adept is a little bit out of position. These Russians, they always go for the probe. Yep. No, and the Reaper is not gonna fall. That's a frustrating start. This was a ladder game. Oh no! He could have just danced. I mean, the Reaper can stay here. We saw that the other day in a cute little clip between Beyond and a Protoss player. The Adept obviously does not have the range to shoot across the Nexus. So if you just put your Reaper here and you wait, then eventually the Adept has to choose. If it goes here, you can run via this side. And if it runs here, then you can here. Of course, you have to worry about the shade as well. But maybe by then you can regenerate some of that HP and you can survive one more hit. And that should have been all he needs. But in the end, he got a probe, and did he get a scout? No, he didn't get a scout. Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I'm okay with losing my Reaper for one probe if I actually see what's going on. This can actually get ugly real fast. 2 Adepts and the Oracle is on the way as well, and the Oracle has not been scouted yet. There isn't really that much NTI, but there's a missile turret. So the missile turret is going to keep the main safe, but what about these Marines? These Marines are in trouble. They are not full on HP, and this could very well be a flawless victory other than that probe, well, the 2 probes that MaNa lost. But this is a terrible start for MasterVasya. There is no other way to put it. He is taking insane amounts of damage. The mules are not even mining anymore. I mean, you may as well. They're going to expire otherwise anyway. All of these SUVs have gone down. At least he raised the depot, so he's safe behind the wall. But if you look at the worker count already, MaNa has created an 11 worker lead for himself, and he has all the map control in the world. As Red, I would say, literally working on these supply depots right now. That Adept took a little too much damage. the SCV felt adventurous. There's no other way to put it. As he started to take the fight to the Adept. We hit the one shot. In the old days, and I'm talking January 2016, you were able to two-shot a Marine. Back then, I wonder how truly anybody lost at PvT. Apparently, the myth has it that it did happen a few times, but in the old days when you only needed 2 Adepts to one-shot a Marine early on in an SCV, those were rough days for Terran. I don't very often feel sorry for my Terran brothers. But back then I saw a few games and I was like, that new unit, the Adept, it's pretty good. It's still pretty good, but fortunately for Terran, nowhere near that good anymore. The Oracle is once again going to make its way across the map. And this is going to be a hard game, guys. I can spin this in as many ways as I want, but MasterVasya is incredibly far behind. So it's going to come down to a cliche. He needs to make a miraculous comeback, maybe with some crazy Wither Mines, but there is an Oracle. It's just very unlikely that with the Stargate opening that MaNa is ever going to get surprised. The Oracle will fall. No, it will not. With 1 HP. And oh, look at the medevac. It's like, we want it so bad. Drop the Marine, stim. Just keep running. Drops the Marine, stims. Runs a half a marathon across Abyssal. Gets so close, but then the shield starts regenerating. And like, man, Protoss is ridiculous, isn't it, guys? It truly is. This is medevac with 2 mines. I mean, the comeback has to start with the mine, obviously. You can't really take a straight-up fight with Marines after you lost that many Marines and your economy is as poor as it is. Is there any detection? I mean, there is no detection, but there are Phoenixes that could potentially lift the mines. A couple of Marines get dropped. Mines, mines, mines. Mine, my mine. Oh, I'll lift that one as well. Oh my god, this is... well, guys, Todd is not here, but I have to say it. Le Massacre. And I'm pretty sure that he facepalmed at my French, but it doesn't matter. Is MaNa going to lose a couple of additional probes this time? Yeah, okay, this is kind of a successful little drop. Wow, MaNa a little slow to the party. All right. Problem is that this medevac is still in trouble because there's a whole bunch of Phoenixes that are going to chase it. Well, he got 7 workers, which is better than what it looked like at first. And with the third CC, okay, it's still bad, but I feel like it became, well, no, I'm not gonna go there. It's still pretty bad, but he did some damage. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say like, oh, this is pretty playable, because the only thing you can do right now, I feel, as a Terran is try to get your upgrades up, turtle up, hope that the Protoss completely overextends and runs into a bunch of mines and, you know, takes a bad fight on top of Marine mine medevac while not having the upgrades they need and not taking the fort base like they're supposed to. But even if MaNa forces the fight now, I mean, that's a lot of Adepts, and this is honestly not that many Marines. There's only a single Marauder in the mix. Well, we're gonna give the admin a call. Oh, Observer was in the range of the missile turret. Here come the Adepts. Close your eyes if you have a Terran heart. MaNa's gonna let it finish up. Actually, eats a couple of big mine shots, but does he have enough Adepts here? Actually, he doesn't have that many Adepts left. That's not the best fight that I've ever seen a Protoss take. 6 SCV's gone down, the medevac's gone down, but MasterVasya has defended. +1 wasn't even done yet. The reinforcements have arrived. Oh god, more Adepts are showing up. Well, you should be able to win this fight. Put the Marauders in the front. The Marauders. The Adepts can kill the Marauders. The problem is he's going to lose more SCVs than the natural. As MaNa is warping in a whole bunch of Adepts. Go for the Prism. Nope, he doesn't want to go for the Prism. He's a little indecisive. The mines are connecting, but there's too much Protoss here. There's no other way to put it. A little bit of a good job there on the Phoenix as well, making sure that it splashes over the medevac. GG. Kind of a flawless performance by MaNa here, who just seems to be a little too good for his opponent. Perhaps in game number 2 a miracle can happen, but I think it's safe. I mean, we gotta be to go a little easier on MasterVasya. He had a very rough start, you know, the Oracle, he didn't scout the Stargate, and the very first 2 Adepts and the Oracle, they just did too much damage. I mean, StarCraft 2, is a brutal game. And if you go up against somebody that's better than you, to make it difficult on them, you have to stay on even footing for as long as possible. If the player that is, the majority of the time superior already creates a big advantage 3 minutes into the game, it just becomes a painful experience. And I've been there many times, guys. I'm ready. Just letting them know. A little while ago, I had the unfortunate pleasure of running into Bjarnehof, like 7-8 times in a row. And at first I was like, this is cool. I got playing as Bjarne. After 3 games I was like, this is not cool anymore. A whole bunch of people joined the lobby. And after 5 games I started dying against the first 2 units and I was like, this is not fun at all. And after 7 games, I was like, make it stop, mommy. I called my mom, I was like, Mom, I'm 0-7 against this evil Korean. I want him to stop. He's very mean. Alright, it seems like everybody that's in here is supposed to be in here. I wasn't sure, but the admin has improved. Go. Seems like both players are ready. Game number 2 is going to be played on Proxima Station. That could be a map where things go a little bit better. Like I said, I think it's very important that, if you go up against somebody that's better than you, obviously in the old days we always said like, cheese him, 7-gate, cannon rush, proxy. And in Legacy, those kind of builds, and obviously we're looking at the terrain here, maybe you could proxy a factory, like proxy factory is not bad. Maybe go for a Cyclone all-in. It's obviously not the greatest build in the world, but if you pick off the first Protoss unit, it suddenly becomes an incredibly difficult hold. And Proxima Station is a map where there are some Terran cheeses viable, but it's also a map where a macro game is a very solid choice for Terran, because just 1 or 2 observers is never going to cut it on this map. It's very hard to predict where medevacs are coming in from when you're trying to defend against it. So maybe MasterVasya can cause an upset here. The game is live. Let's go ahead and hop into Proxima Station. As we are looking over here at the main base of our Polish Protoss. Representing Team Liquid, 3 of his teammates, TLO, Snoot and Uthermal, already in Challenger. He wants to make it 4. It's MaNa. And over here on the left bottom side of the map, the relatively unknown Terran player from Russia, it's MasterVasya. He is simple man. He takes Marine. So far everything seems normal. Is MaNa gonna cheese? MaNa, you dirty dog. MaNa. Do you really have to do this? Can't you just give the guy a break? What's this gonna be? Guys, it's a shame that the Tempest is not the same Tempest as it once upon a time was. Because if we had the Legacy of the Void Tempest, oh my god. Just put him here. Deny mineral mining on both sides. That would be beautiful. If we had the old Tempest, Proxy Tempest would be invincible on this map. I am convinced. There is nothing you can do. There is one cheese that I still haven't seen in a competitive match. And I think the main reason why we don't see it is because Stargate play is very popular among high-level Protosses. But if there is a Protoss, this goes for any Terran worldwide, if there is a Protoss out there that it's probably not gonna go Stargate and Proxima, proxy a starport and researched advanced ballistic as quick as possible. If you can get advanced ballistics on this map and there is no Stargate, the game is over. Both mineral lines will be denied, and then the Protoss is only on 1 mining base, because by then they do have 3 bases, but a 1 base Protoss, and then having to wipe in a Stargate, it's just terrible. It's a really, really good cheese. Try it out once, my Terran brothers. And I'm sorry, what is? Okay, Gateway, Stargate as well. Unfortunately, MasterVasya has no idea that this is happening, but what he did know is that there was a full wall off here. So there is a chance. Does he have an eBay? Not yet. I mean, he's worried about something breaking the front. Which could have been the case if it was Void Ray. It's going to be Mothership Core. It could be Final Rush as well. Final Rush with an Oracle. God, MaNa, you're dirty. I guess MaNa just doesn't want to waste too much time. He has to be careful though, because MasterVasya is... I mean, last game he was far behind, but I think he still showed us a little bit of fighting spirit. I don't think you should ever underestimate a Russian Terran player. Yeah, the Oracle wasted a little bit of energy already. It's still going to be able to get probably a handful of SCVs. It's very low on energy. No, it's already done. Now, Photon Overcharge is annoying, as this Pylon Rush will take down both depots. But in general, I feel like you need... If he gets the reactor as well, that's big. Okay. Yeah, that does hurt a lot. Especially with the Void Ray showing up now, the Marine Cut is quite low. There is a Widow Mine. Okay, I don't think the Oracle has much energy. I kind of like the mines. I'd say right now the more mines the merrier, because that makes it very hard. Because the Oracle, oh, the Oracle's gonna fly in. If he flies it in range of the mine, I don't think he even saw it. But MaNa has spider senses. He knows. Oh my God, you can't. That's so sick. He put it in the shadow. Oh my God, this man is brilliant. Oh my God, oh, he deserved it. Oh my God, I'm so sad right now. I have never wanted an Oracle to die more badly than I wanted that one. That's impossible to see. He put it in the shadow. That's sick. What a sick puppy. Now he still has to worry about it. That's a big shame. Because if he was able to pick up the Oracle, there's no more detection. Then you basically force MaNa to... Oh, the mine actually connects with the mothership core. No. Okay, there's no high ground vision, so he's going to work on that pipeline. I don't think that's necessary. MasterVasya, you're losing a whole bunch of Marines now. That is firepower that I don't think he... Oh, he didn't have to do that. There was no high ground vision anyway. Oh, that's a shame. GG. As MaNa will advance to the round of 32, as this was a round of 64 matchup. 2-0, pretty convincing victory. I think it's safe to say in game number 1, MaNa played normal. And he's like, all right, probably quite a bit better than my opponent. I don't need to do anything too macro-oriented. Game number 2, I'm going to try to be cheesy and dirty and try to get the job done fast. And that's exactly what he did. What did you say, mate? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. All right, apparently we're going on to a break. Before, okay, we'll take a look at the bracket after the break. That's better, because then maybe we have a few more results, and then we should probably have our next game ready as well. So we did 3 best of 3s already. I think it was pretty fun. We saw some good games, and from this point on, obviously things will only get better, as we will be heading pretty much towards the round of 32. And well, there are no more strangers there. It's pretty much all players that we're pretty damn familiar with. So things are going to be fun. Once again, 4 players will advance to WCS Challenger. After this break, we're going to find out who it is. Stay tuned. You're watching WCS Austin European Qualifier number 1.
Let's end this thing once and for all. My life for ire.
StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void. Play it now. No previous expansions required.
Welcome back to the European qualifier of WCS Austin, day 1, where we will determine which 4 players will join the 8 that already made it into Challenger. We are currently sort of in the round of